Yeah, because I got your coffee for you.
Get your own damn coffee.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel.
Nope.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's not. It's not my channel.
So today we are here to do our monthly wrap-up. So that is our November wrap-up and our December to be read.
Yep.
I am glowing.
Yep.
Why am I always glowing? We are going to start with the books that we read in the month of November. So,
Yep.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the first book that I read, which I talked about in... You need to be in the screen or else this happens to my face. So the first book that I read and finished, I guess technically finished in the month of November, was Allegiant. What?
Every time I pull up this mug, I laugh.
Oh.
It's really not that funny, but...
Was Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I talked about this in my last wrap-up, but this book was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. Loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Oh, I wanted to do this. To all you Americans out there. All dressed ruffles.
Are amazing.
Think about everything you love in your life.
And put it on a
Puppies, rainbows, other cuddly things. Carl. Bottle that up. Turn it into a chip flavor. That's them. I honestly feel bad that you don't have the ability to go to the store and get all dress ruffles. Like, it just blows my mind that exists somewhere in the world. Imagine. Anyway, my first book. First book I read, I honestly had a tough month. I picked some tough ones to read. If you remember our last one, I said I was going to read a bunch of small ones. They're small, but they're tough to get through. First one I read, Catcher in the Rye, J.D. Salinger. It's a good book, but... Okay, here's I did a review on Goodreads, but essentially, it's just him talking. Like, it's not, there's no up, down, it's just a story straight through. From point A to point B. You know, there's no climax, there's no cliffhanger at the end. I read someone that said something along the lines of it was just Salinger's, it's like a stream of consciousness. Like, that's how they used to write. No excitement, it's just a good book. It's just, that's it. If you don't like the classics, don't read it, because you won't get through it. I
wouldn't get through it. Not a chance.
I had a tough time. That's I don't know, second or third time I read it. Each time I've had a tough time.
Not me. The second book that I read in the month of November was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I read this for the Chicklet Book Club, and yeah.
Chicklet.
Anyways, I love this book. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5, if not a 4 out of 5.
Who's in the book club?
Me, Beth, and Whitney, and Heather, and a lot of other people. We have a Goodreads page.
I'm not a fan of that, nor will I ever be.
You're the worst.
When you leave, I turn like Ghost.
I know. Ah! It's a really, really good book, a great contemporary. You look just like that beaver. And I definitely recommend this for anybody who hasn't read it. For sure.
I didn't finish this next one. I loved this book as a kid, and I haven't read it since I was probably 10 or 11. I was like, hey, you know, that's a book. I'll rip through it real quick.
Hey, that's a book.
Tuck Everlasting. Couldn't do it. Just, it's too kiddish. I should have just never read it again, unfortunately.
You ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, I didn't like it this time around.
Would you read it?
When I put it on Goodreads originally, it's because I'd read it when I was younger and I loved it. So I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'm going to leave it as that because, you know, that's when I appreciated it. I probably didn't appreciate it as much this time around because I'm older. I'm going to leave it at 5 out of 5 because I have fond memories of it. Next
book that I read was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. And I really like this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5. There were some parts of it, especially the ending, if you've read this book, that just kind of threw me a big curveball. I was like, what are this? No, I really liked it. It's written in letter form about this boy named Charlie, and I really want to see the movie now. It's Percy Jackson and Hermione Granger. Harry Potter meets Percy Jackson and the Olympians. But yeah, I really like this. I definitely recommend it. I actually think, Jeff, you might like this book.
Nope.
4 out of 5 stars.
I don't like any of the books you recommend for me. Rude.
You're rude.
You're really aggressive tonight.
Bear.
Next book. I'm probably going to finish this tonight. I haven't quite finished it, but it'll be done tonight or tomorrow. War of the Worlds.
Wow.
War of the Worlds.
Slow motion.
War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells.
Say again.
I say it a lot, eh?
I always cut it out.
Good. Wait, all dress chip time.
How are those mixing with your coffee? Not well.
Grandfather of all sci-fi stuff, really. Him and Jules Verne.
Ah, Jules.
Couple of the first. Again, it's a classic.
Their aliens are chasing them in a horse and buggy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wrote it. I think it was 1898 or something. It's kind of unique in the sense that it's a sci-fi, I guess sci-fi thriller, but people are ripping around in horse and wagons. If you like sci-fi books, give it a go, but realize that it's written a while ago. It is classic literature, so I find H.G. Wells, he spends a lot of time describing stuff. Like there's a lot of description going on, like in terms of environment, people, that sort of thing, as opposed to actual like action and that sort of thing. So I like it. Again, I'm a fan of the classics, so I don't mind him that much. But I think I honestly like Jules Verne a bit better. But what are you laughing at?
Nothing, but what did he write?
Why are you laughing before I answer that question?
I'm not. Who is Jules Verne?
No, I always get the number wrong. It's like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
I saw that movie. Yeah. PETA's in it. So the next book that I read in the month of November was Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, and this was the book choice for the Sarah Dessen Book Club this month, which is a book club that Heather from Bookable started, so I'll link her video down below and everything.
Hello!
I loved this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I had a pretty good reading month, I think.
Yeah, you did.
I really enjoyed this. I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning reading this book. I could not put it down. I loved one of the characters named Dexter. I didn't really like the girl Remy, but yeah, no, I really like this book. I definitely recommend it if you're interested in contemporary.
I haven't read that much, to be honest.
No, he hasn't been reading a lot. I think it's because you got in a book slump because of the books you read.
It's just one of those things, like, I should have structured it so that I read a classic and then something else and then a classic as opposed to boom, 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 but whatever, next month.
Whatever. I only read one more book in the month of November, and that was The Death Cure by James Dashner, which is the third and final book in the Maze Runner trilogy. I have not read The Kill Order yet. If you've read The Kill Order, should I read it? Is it important to the story? I don't know. Let me know, because I do own it. Anyways, I thought that this was a really good conclusion to the series. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. I'm not going to say anything about it because of spoilers, and Jeff hasn't read Scorched Trials or this yet, but I really enjoyed this series. So now we're going to do our December TBR.
Okay.
Well, let me start with the one that I'm currently reading. I am currently reading Legend by Marie Lu, and I just started this last night. I'm about 40 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. It's another dystopian, because once you finish a dystopian series, you just have to start another one. That's just how it is. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, very much so.
First one I'm going to read is Scorched Trials, James Dashner, because Jamie's on my butt to do it.
James Dashner party.
So
I want him to finish it so we can discuss the series. You'll be able to rip through that one.
Well, I got through Maze Runner really quick, so I'm assuming I'll get through this one really quick as well. But yeah, this is the first one. I'm pretty excited. As much as I hate to admit that I like the Maze Runner a lot.
All I can think about is the beginning of the Scorched Trials.
All I can remember about is the ending of the Maze Runner and how I was like...
And it picks up right from there, and it's just like...
I would love to talk about it, but I don't want to ruin it for people. Yeah. But the ending of the Maze Runner, it's like...
I'm telling you...
I've read a ton of books, and it's top 5 to the point where I was like, what?
And it sticks with you. And the beginning of the Scorched Trials, is just like that. Oh, it's so good.
The only other book I think that can compare in terms of like the ending being like, is Ender's Game. Yes.
I haven't read it, but the movie I can imagine.
Yeah, I wish you would have read the book first, but whatever.
Me too. Next book that whoa, I'm white again. Jeff, come back.
Sorry.
Next book that I would like to, I'm still white. Whatever. Next book that I'd like to read in the month of December.
You look skeletal.
That's me being skeletal. Sexy.
It's in. Skeletal is in.
So in. Okay, next book that I want to read the month of December is The Gift by Cecilia Cecilia Ahern or Ahern. This is the same person who wrote P.S. I Love You. Yeah, this is my Christmas read. I'm only choosing one Christmas book to read this month, and this is it. And I'm really excited because I love Christmas. Don't I, Jeff?
Well, I think I mentioned it. I'm a Grinch, so.
Grinch.
After that, I'm going to read The Hobbit. Jamie's read it. I haven't. I haven't actually, surprisingly enough, as much as I like fantasy epics and sci-fi, I haven't read Lord of the Rings at all. Haven't touched them. The Hobbit, don't think there's much really to say. Everyone knows Tolkien and Lord of the Rings series.
I really like that book. However, if you've seen the movies...
Oh, actually, I meant to ask if anyone's read the entirety, so The Hobbit and the trilogy, as well as like Unfinished Tales and Silmarillion or something like that. The Silmarillion, or I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But if you've read them all, please tell me that, or if I should be reading them in a different way.
I think
I don't think it matters. No. I think it's like Hobbit. You can read The Hobbit and then Lord of the Rings, and then those other two are just like side quests or whatever. But if anyone has any recommendations in terms of how to read it, I will adjust accordingly. I'm so serious tonight. There's no jokes.
I know. What the hell?
Well, you know, I've got some fans that have been like, hey, listen, man up and start doing some actual talking.
Jeff's going to do some reviews soon.
Yeah, I've agreed to one a month.
So the next book that I'm going to read in the month of December is Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. And this is the December pick for the Sarah Dessen Book Club. And I'm really excited because so far, every one that I've read, I only missed 1 month. And that was Just Listen. I didn't get to read that one. But so far, everyone that I've read, I've absolutely loved. And I'm really excited for this one. Book Club. Club.
Open the club.
Yeah.
My next one. This is going to be my first solo review of this book. And the reason why I'm doing it is because Brandon on Goodreads, I was talking to him today about it, and he really wants me to read it. He's recommending it to me. Who recommended it to you first? Jamie did.
Dermot did.
Brandon, if you're watching, thank you for the heads up there. I'm gonna take your advice and finally crack down and do an actual review. I told Jamie I only do one a month because I actually want to I'm gonna sit down and do an actual review. I'm gonna take some time and do it. Fifth Wave. What's his name?
Rick Yancey.
Rick Yancey. So Jamie recommended this one to me. I'm gonna focus my reviews on sci-fi, fantasy, because I feel like Jamie covers all the other stuff. So for people out there that's interested in fantasy and sci-fi, that'll be coming up in the next few weeks.
Have a recommendation of a fantasy or a sci-fi book that you want Jeff to read.
All right, listen.
You would like to be reviewed.
Here's the deal.
Give him a suggestion.
So yeah, I'll take suggestions in terms of what I'll do next month. So this month I'm going to do Fifth Wave. If you want to shoot me off or Jamie off a message in regards to what I'll do next month, that's fine. I'll also I can do mini ones. I'll do mini little short reviews on stuff I've already read. So if someone wants a review on the Patrick Rothfuss series or Game of Thrones or what have you. And
all of our books are on our Goodreads.
Yeah.
We each have a books I own shelf.
Brandon, I was talking to him today about it, and he was like, "Hey, I'd like you to do a review on this one." So I'm gonna do it. Time to bite the bullet and just do it.
Yep. Okay, so hand me that book. So the next book that I'm planning on reading in the month of December is also The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, because I have not read this yet, and Jeff's going to do a review, and I'm going to have to edit that review, so I have to read the book, which I'm actually really happy for because literally everyone who has read this book has absolutely loved this book, and I've been dying to read it.
She's my editor.
Yeah.
Editor-in-chief. You go, and then we'll do.
Okay, so next, I want to finish off the Walking Dead series for the books that we actually have, which is number 10 and 11. And then I'll be all out. I've been holding off on these because I was hoping that maybe we would have some more by now, but we don't.
Well, Christmas coming up.
Christmas coming.
Expensive.
They're so expensive.
I got a good deal on those ones, but
15 American, so that's probably 100 Canadian.
Oh, probably $20.
Yeah. And then we're going to do a book jar.
Oh my god, I hate it. If anyone's watched my book jars, I pulled the worst books.
Yeah, you always.
The best book I've pulled.
War and Peace. War and Peace.
I did say originally, months ago, that I would read War and Peace over Christmas, but it's not gonna happen, people. Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
You go first.
You hold the jar. Jeff's jar.
Jeff's jar.
All right. Where do I always grab from? The bottom, and that's where all the bad ones are?
Let me mix them all up.
This is it. I'm just picking one. I'm doing
War
it.
and Peace. War and Peace.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm nervous for you. What is it? It's gonna be a religion book.
Oh my god.
Freemason.
Well, whatever. I'm doing it. I don't care what it is. I'm doing it. Unless it's War and Peace, I'm not.
Oh.
A classic again, though.
Yeah.
It's always classics.
Because that's all you do.
I pulled Treasure Island.
Treasure. Uh-oh.
Jamie's spilling on my books. Or on my piece of paper.
Oh. Oh,
Oh my god, you're a wreck.
no! Making a mess.
What happened?
What you...
Oh my god, Jamie, what are you doing? Are we good?
Yeah.
Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. That'll be the last book I read.
And I want to do a book jar too. This is my book jar. Oh yeah, you hold it.
Oh my god, that was probably a good book you just put back in there.
Oh, I hope it wasn't.
Oh my god. That was the book you wanted.
I get like nervous. What if I pick a shitty book?
And you can't, putting it back this month. You're doing it. Whatever you pull.
Oh no, I have two. Which one do you think is better? Left or right? Left
no,
or right?
I'm not.
Left or
You're
right?
not holding me responsible for that.
Oh my god. Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. That's the one that I had before and put back on the shelf because I wanted to read it this month. Yeah!
She cheated.
I did not. Here it is. Ah! I'm so excited because I actually like picked up this book to read and then I was like, no, maybe not. I'll pick something else. But I'm glad because I want to read this one because look, it's a winter book and it's winter. Yay. Okay, so that is all we have for you people. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have another video coming out soon that is our Jeff versus Jamie 2014 challenge where we each choose books for each other to read in the new year. Stay tuned for that video because it's gonna be good.
Yeah, the last thing I want to say is just like Brandon did, throw some ideas my way.
Yeah, so thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Click
Goodreads.
like.
Check me out.
Yeah, our Goodreads and my Twitter and my Instagram.
And I do answer comments and stuff, so.
He writes big reviews, in depth.
Yeah. Like.
Not me. Hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.
Later days.
We have divas.
I was so not jokey. I wasn't doing the hokey pokey.
Turn it all about.
I don't like walking around this old and empty house.
Do I feel like extra glowy right now? Look at my face.
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
To be honest, I don't really care.
You're not the one who glows.
It's because you're such a beautiful angel.
I have chips in my teeth.
Sorry, go. I had no idea it was going. Bloopers.
Bloopers!
Hey, look. I wouldn't be able to survive. If I moved to America, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I would have to get a shipment. Why? You're not coming with me?
Well, yeah.
Rude.
Whoa, that's a long piece of hair. Every time you looked away, I was like...
Oh, you're so funny. Like, oh my
I'm
god.
like Winston, my pranks.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Let's crush them up and put them behind his wheel. So we're going to put dust outside next to his car so he says, what?
Yeah.
Oh.